time this wealthy guy afuna, she would drop everything and run to the guy. Acho artu ngithengele ikota nemandla wami waseGcina. Mazulu guys. It's Bonang massage.
I don't think that's Bonang, my man.
That's
not Bonang that one.
Nemandla.
Aseqina.
Nemandla.
I don't suck
You're the last person to speak.
I suck at Zulu, but that's my friend.
Nemandla.
Yeah, but guys.
But another thing that I want people to maybe just remove themselves from is timelines. Timelines have fucked up a lot of dreams, have fucked up a lot of, passions from people. Because now I'm here sitting, I'm thinking, Kagiso mfana na koloi, unale mosadi, unale, apartment or unale ngwana. I'm sitting here, I don't have none of those things. And I'm sitting here, I'm feeling like a failure because he's my age. We school together, we chill together. I've went through every journey that he's gone through.
Ngiyajola wena noPhamandla. uPhamandla makakupha i-instant porridge. It's all he had.
Fine. Yeah? And that's
uPhamandla ukiphe i-instant ebandayo ngoba akuna microwave kubo, akuna manzi ogesi.
Sometimes uPhamandla sacrifice the instant porridge.
You know what's funny?
Rubbish.
When I appreciate.
So apparently Maphorisa bought a 140k jewelry. I don't know whether it's a bracelet or it's a what.
Isn't it like a Cartier thing or something?
So
probably is.
And it was a gift to Kabza, which is, it's nothing compared to what Kabza has done for him, by the way. I'm just saying. But
it's 4 p.m. stat. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. You see that video with Rihanna and ASAP where and ASAP was like, I'm too old for this. Somebody give me my drink. This is like a 7 p.m. stat, but it's 4 p.m. stat, and we're about to drop this episode. Shout out to you. Welcome to it. It's Global Streetz Live, the podcast. My name is Karna Ramteta. But the uncle from the ghetto, doing big things in the city, budding, blossoming, and growing into becoming the one take wonder. In case you don't know why, it's because of the show, man. We don't retake, we don't edit. How many episodes in it? 20-something, 30-something in it?
Probably, I think this is the 31st.
We don't cut and chop and. Sishaya sonor.
One take.
So it's like a vatermesi. I don't know what the vatermesi has to do with this. But hey, look, to my left, which is your right, you got the boy Khwiti and OGs is so easy. Man, easy bumpies.
Yeah.
How much say hey, if you're really and part of our street squad, right? If there's something about Lolani, Lola. I know that's right. And then to my right, which is going to be your left, you got the boy. Call him the Psycho Dope Tunes. The boy of the ticket roars. The boy. Oh, actually, the man who I wish had a less ego. But I actually want that ego to grow because with the amount of views he's bringing in, he might just be the man who's bringing the money into GSL.
Get it on me.
Main character syndrome. How you doing, bro?
We're all nice.
The one person who breaks barriers with just his face and his shades. What's to you? That time.
He's a boss.
First of all, I'm doing a favor. You guys don't pay my invoice. But anyway, behind the camera, man, if you ever ask him for something, he's highly likely to say,
yes, man.
Nah, man. We call him the Dark Knight. We also call him the Batman, man. He's that one person who, the only piece you get from him is a piece of your broken heart because he says night, but his name says peace. Hello, Kari, baby.
Hello, Kerry.
How you doing, my brother? I'm Nandi. Yeah, sure. Really?
But I have a question in. I want to know why a certain brother wa Lola. It is wrong too.
Lola, by the way.
I don't even know. It's just Lolani wa Lola. I don't know. It makes it just how I say Lesigo, less ego. I don't know what you have to.
okay.
Yes, it's just a thing. He says nah money, nah
Also,
man.
it has everything to do with the name.
With Lolwani, with Sahani Sabona, yes.
So I thought you always.
I thought maybe there's something else.
Yeah, you always want an exclusive.
Yeah.
That's why you need to subscribe and like our videos.
Whatever,
I'm not even a part of it, but hey, look, speaking about lolling and lolwaning, lol. We want to welcome the VVIP of every episode, Raja, with it's you. So we want to thank you, love you, send all our gratitude to you. We touched down, I think we've touched on 200, né? Sabis. We're doing a thing. The growth is insane. We want to say we love you, we see you, we appreciate you. But speaking about appreciation, I think when we touched down 100, we did something special for that. We've got those cups where we're like, "Woo, that's the Sunday the police. Woo, woo." So, first of all, before we go any further, just give me a sec. So we are actually celebrating 200 sabis. The best way to do it, BNG style. I know that's right. So we are actually going to turn this into a very fun part of the episode. So introducing BNG, the next rose to my boys. We are fabulous. And if you know me, you know I'm a BNG go through and through. So my boys, are we ready to taste some BNG?
Let's go.
Because it will be a first for us. Yeah, it was shitty pellets.
With some Voss. Prepare your palate for BNG with some Voss. I love it.
And make sure there's nothing else in the mouth.
Alright, so Bonang was like, moments of real luxury happen when you discover the treasure within. No other drink is great for celebratory drinking than BNG. So first of all, I wanna look at the alcohol percentage. 10.5.
Muscon.
10.5.
Muscon.
It's BNG vibes.
10.
10.5.
For such a
10.5.
Please bought to KG as well. And it's perfect because there's 4 of us. And it's
a 4-pack.
Yeah. So shout out BNG one way. We all got BNG. So I think I want us to do like a toast to ourselves that we could probably come back to this one day in our lives. So
Oh, and by the way.
And you're also gonna give us a taste review of what they think BNG tastes like.
Yes, it's the first time the 3 of us are tasting BNG actually.
Yes.
So I hope Bonang is doing the things.
So guys, they're probably gonna give you like, not probably, actually are gonna give you. So please, someone open it for me because of my nails.
Princess Vibes.
Because of my nails.
But it's all BNG. But you might know how I pull it.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
You got a point there.
There we go. Okay, so everyone else is gonna open theirs, and then we're gonna toast to something, and then
You wanna tell us what we're toasting to?
Okay, so everyone else come with something. I'm saying we toasting to 200 sabis. What do you want to toast for right now in this moment? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for the support.
From the street squad?
From the street squad.
What are you toasting for, LSG?
Same thing as Huiti. The squad is growing. Yeah.
We love
Nothing
that.
better.
Progress.
All
of us individually in our lives have progressed some way or another. And like you're saying, it's a perfect drink to symbolize
Celebrate
progress.
with.
So yeah, I'm cheersing to progress.
Oh shit! Okay, let's go. I like it. Yep, that's BNG.
The 10% Elena yona ngiyayisaba.
10.5.
10.5.
10.5.
At 10.5.
So 106 pack is nothing compared to.
You're dead. Yeah. All you need is one of this or 2 of these, and you're good. For the night, you're good.
But bro, most ciders are 5%, so this is literally double.
But this is not even a cider. It's an MCC.
By the way, okay.
Champagne, conje,
That's what I wanted to
No,
ask.
so champagne obviously is called champagne because it's made in a specific region in France called.
But they're made the same way. Go and it's
Yes.
BNG because it's not made in Champagne.
Yeah, yes. So this is an MCC because of that's the fermentation process that happens when they make it, and it's made in Cape Town. That's why it's
Oh,
called
legit,
the
it's-
yes.
Is it similar to the champagne process?
It's the same.
Yes, but
Is it like a different stage?
It's like that's why we have a prosecco and MC. So ibizwa ngokuthi yenziwe lephi. So the process iyafana, but if champagne, ngoba yenzelwe eFrance, champagne.
It's like cognac also and bourbon.
Yeah. It's
If
like,
they
well,
made anywhere else, let's say bourbon, if it's made anywhere else but in bourbon
Whiskey
or
and
whatever,
bourbon, yeah.
then it can't be called bourbon. Champagne as well. If it's not made in Champagne, it can't be called champagne.
Yes,
So this
yes,
one,
yes,
it follows
yes,
the same process as champagne,
okay.
but then because it's not made in Champagne,
Yeah.
you can't call it champagne.
Yes. So I want you guys to just drink a little bit more and tell me what you think about it.
So for me, it smells strong, but
Very-
it's palatable.
yeah, it's very
Yes,
palatable.
it is.
Yeah.
I'll drink it. So
It
I'm
is.
not one to drink like your fizzy stuff, but I'll drink this. It goes down well.
It really does, though. I can't hate.
Okay.
No, it's tasty. Like I'm not one for the sweet stuff. You know, I like my whiskey, but this is also not too sweet.
It's not too much.
Yeah.
So you can keep up with it. Yeah, you really can. And I think the bubbles just,
Yeah.
they sit very well on the tongue as well.
They're smooth,
So,
né?
yeah.
So MCC is Methode Cup Classique, which is the method in which it's made. So Methode Cup Classique, that's the method in which it's made. So that's how the fermentation happens, the bubbling process happens. And also, shout out to us, and I think it's just like 2 weeks, launching the B&G non-alcoholic.
Oh, really?
Taste similar to this. Very similar to this.
No, I'm
Like
glad
it-
you brought us to alcoholic.
Okay.
Anyway, look, I think by the end of the episode, I want you guys to keep your eyes open to check if any of them are changing or getting slurry. Let's see the B&G effect.
Yeah.
Today's episode, we want to see the B&G effect on the boys. Speaking of which, it's been a crazy week. We've been doing well. God has been good. God has been faithful. We're making moves, and this is why it's definitely justified that umazamula uyazamula. Sipizi Maldoval Salval. In case you don't know, we have officially launched a segment of our media company, our media home that is specifically tailor-made for the love of music and for the respect of it. We dropped our first one. It's a mix. It's a hip-hop mix by so tunes.
Pulse
You need to
wave.
check it out.
You need to say that again, brother.
Streets Pulse Wave.
I don't know if you heard, guys, but it's called what? I need to hear it from the DJ's mouth because he's not a host at this point. Let's go.
Is that what?
You're not a host. Like everybody get it from the host mouth. So I'm making
shit.
the DJs.
You're not a pair,
What am I saying?
dog.
Tell us about the concept.
Oh yeah, so
Tell us about the concept.
it's remember we are a media company, right?
Yes.
So that's the whole idea, and our audience basically is the youth, and it's the vibes, right? Hence we cover pop culture and everything else. So the mix series is called Streetz Pulse Wave. So obviously everything has something to do with the streets.
Absolutely.
Because we are from the streets and for the streets. So that's the mix series. It's gonna be dropping each and every last Friday of the month because that's the vibe. I mean, it's
Here's
the
a
time.
vibe. Turn the
And
lights.
That's the time.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
I'm really loving it. Look, we did well. In a matter of like 2 days, the views are insane. So I'm trying to imagine when we are more consistent in the trajectory. I'm actually gonna turn GSL into like a little
Staring right now, man.
Hey.
trajectory. Period. He's at Oxford. He's at dictionary. But I'm not even turning this into like a PR interview. But fam, for like our street squad, what can we expect from these mixes? Because this is a brand new wave that we are bringing into space. And this is a brand new offering because one thing that a street squad might not be accustomed to as yet is our skill sets. We
Yeah.
are not just podcasters. There's so much we can do. And I think we've gotten to a point where we're so comfortable and so confident in our offering that we can explore now and give them more.
Facts.
So what do you, he said that. So what do you think, the street squad can expect from our pulse waves and stuff?
You know, for the fact that we had to wait for like till we're 30 episodes in, because we needed to be
To the foundation.
exactly, and we needed to make sure that the podcast is now
Is recognizable to some extent.
yeah, it's now on autopilot. Then we can
When you're so good,
Absolutely.
when you're sure of your offering so much that you can even start playing with it
Yeah,
or adding
yeah.
things to it.
so the
without
podcast is
distorting.
stable. Now we felt like it's a good time to bring other things in. That there's still more coming, by the way. There's still more coming, but obviously we bring one thing, we get comfortable, it becomes an autopilot thing. Now it's moving on its own. It doesn't need much effort anymore. And then we bring another one. We get stable on it too. And then
bring another one.
We're still going far.
And then we bring another one. And then we bring another one.
So the music is going
DJ
to be,
Khaled.
the music is going to be anything and everything, the vibe. So yeah.
Let's talk about the genres.
We open up with the hip hop mix. Obviously, we can't let Amapiano, we can't ignore Amapiano as if they don't exist. And they are the vibe right now. So, obviously, Amapiano, there's going to be... Yeah?
That would slap. We actually had that at Bonang's birthday, and I was blown away. We need a Kwaito mix.
We need.
No, it's definitely going to come.
Okay. And I think it's going to do so well.
Nah, it's definitely going to come.
No, look, we had a Kwaito mix there. I was like, wow.
Just to find proper Kwaito tracks, whether on YouTube or online.
True,
so if
right.
we can get a Kwaito mix,
True.
that even when...
It's coming.
Right, every family function. Chanzo when I...
Staple. That young Tebe, Kabelo,
Everything,
TKZ, like there needs to be a Mandoza Nyana.
Dog. So yeah, music, everything vibe, dog.
I like
everything.
that. I think that is actually our weekly recap. We celebrated. We introduced a little baby. This is basically like a sister offering. It's a sister company, basically, and I'm just really proud of how far we've come, where we're going, that we look good. We look, in this moment, we deserve all the clinks and cheers and washis in the world, because I'm so proud of us and what we're doing. But the most important thing is we're grateful of the new people that are rocking with us, that are finding us. And more than anything else, we are so grateful for all the people that helped us push. They were like, guys, push past episode 10, push past episode, whatever happens. And for the team also it's so easy, guys, to fall off and to just be like, guys, this is not working. Because 31 episodes in, if you think about it, that's basically half a year of work.
Practically.
That's a half a year of doing something you're not getting paid to do. We actually spend money. You are investing in it, and it's not giving you that money.
It's not coming back, yeah.
But I think more than anything, it's the love for this that has kept us. And now you're at a point where you are starting to rip.
It's my house.
You are annoying.
Also,
I just see this moving carrot, but in my head,
it's a
mix.
Are we sure? Is it not the BNG already bubbling? The BNG bubble effect.
And you said people should look forward to the end.
I'm just like, check on your faves. The
end is too far.
By the way, you guys can see. So, did it B and G?
Apparently those are my honey veins.
Shit. Did you guys hear that?
We did.
Did you hear that?
At the end.
No, did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
Right. Don't repeat. Continue.
Sorry,
Move
man.
on,
We didn't hear that. What did you say?
It's fine.
It sounded very important.
It did. And the fact that you are the only one in the space that missed it. You need to play this back and watch.
Yeah. Tune in.
Yeah.
Tune in. And don't forget to like the video when you tune in.
Rewind.
You will when you're watching.
BNG stand up for him.
I think it's Bonang.
Oh, we're sipping on banana.
Yeah. It's BNG by Bonang Mateba. So I think it stands.
Is it the only flavor? Sorry.
No, so we've got the white one as well. I think this one is a rosé, and the other one I think it's a blanc. So I don't know what it is, but it's like a brute. Oh, it's a brute something. It's a brute.
We should have bought one of each, and taste the blanc and thing.
You want to taste that as well? You want to taste the blanc?
One tastes good.
That's incredible.
No, but the thing is, so the pink one for me is easier. The white one, Quitty would like.
Yeah.
So brute. And brute for me it overwhelms me. This is rough, but brute is like that friend. Hey, water. Like they're very rude.
But this is strong,
Very potent. I think between the BNG bottle and the can, the cans are hef. Even guys, let me tell you, BNG, the most dangerous thing about BNG is the can. This is. Oh no! Inyani for a reason.
No,
it gets you to where you're going now.
Yeah.
It's like not even a bag or a shot of something. This will get you there.
Yes.
It's a grower. It looks small until you sip it.
Dynamite.
It's a grower. Okay. Hey, look, man. Speaking of which, let's just move on because wow, this is just basically a BNG themed episode. There's a lot we need to talk about. The world is talking. The world is having a time of its life. I think one thing right now that's actually on everybody's lips, which we can give an exclusive to, is in terms of training topics, which I will hit, is Bonang's birthday. And there's certain things I wanted to address. That's why I'm like, actually, let's talk about Bonang's birthday party, right? It happened a week ago. It was her birthday. She was turning 37. You know, she had the perfect guest list of...
37?
She was turning 37, yes. So she had a perfect guest list of 26. Her birthday parties are now started being dubbed as the BNG AGM. The BNG annual general meeting. Because it's always the same faces. So it's like a board member thing. Always same people. Small circle, good, you know, same people. So we said, it's not even a birthday anymore. It's an AGM, right? And one of the craziest things are just people are just speculating a lot about who's in attendance and what. And a good part of the guest list is family. Definitely family. Like the bigger part of it is just family. So we're talking mom, dad, siblings, cousins, you know, and then very close friends, like very, very, very close friends. And the craziest thing that I saw people do, which actually on social media, right? A lot of people were debating about her car. Like, is it even hers? She's got a car. How did it, she got it for her? But she did not get it for her birthday. That's what I'm gonna say. She did not get that for her birthday. She had it before. She did get like a lot of luxurious gifts, but that car, please, she had it before. She afforded it way before that, right? But there's also some really dope, intimate moments that I feel like she shared at her birthday, you know, that for me are very telling of what the year holds, not only for her, but like little nuggets of wisdom, you know, for like us as like young people right now in the game, and where the trajectory is and where she wants just all of us to be, and not even as her people, but like for people in general, you know. Her show just got licensed by SABC3, so she's bringing out a reality show. Exciting times. I could say maybe it will feature probably maybe on another platform with the other kids, for the other babies, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was such a big push there on social media, and people are talking about the car. Guys, she's had the car for quite some time, but I think she's a person who doesn't post achievements. She posts that day, and just because she debuted it that day, you guys are assuming that's the day she got it. But that's the life the girl been living. Okay. You know, she's giving you not your text bracket kind of mate energy. And we love it for her. She's also hosting Miss South Africa this year. Seems to be a very good year for the BNG. We're also launching this very soon. I think, actually right now, July, we definitely launching this. I'm actually going to do a tasting session with you guys for the non-alc, and then see how you guys feel about that. At least we know that you guys won't shake around or get drunk.
So we can drink as many as we can.
We don't shake anyway, do we? No, we don't.
You don't kakazela.
You zazazel. He doesn't kakazela. He zazazel. That is actually so crazy. But there's also a lot of big things that are happening in the industry right now. I feel like Lesotho wants to lead a topic before we go anywhere else. My friend, do you want to lead a topic? Is there something, you always have something burning on your palate, like on your tongue? Just like, let's go.
I can, but I forgot the topics. Please tell me. Remind me.
So do you have a specific...
Whichever one that you can find.
Oh, friend, you have a lot of things that you would like to talk about. Okay, let's give you topics, right?
Give me a topic and then I'll tell you what's going on.
Oh my God, I actually want to talk about Rethabile Khumalo. Do you want to talk about Rethabile Khumalo?
No, you can.
You want to talk about Elon Musk?
No, I can talk about anything.
Do you want to talk about GNU? Actually, talk about Maphorisa because you're the music boy.
Oh, shit.
He gifts Kabza the luxurious 140K jewelry bracelet thing.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, that thing. Can I go 140,000? Yeah, out of that thing. Wow.
No, it was it's it's one of these blogs, the gossipy blogs that were reporting on this. So apparently Maphorisa bought a 140K jewelry. I don't know whether it's a bracelet or it's a what.
Isn't it like a Cartier thing or something?
So
probably is.
And it was a gift to Kabza, which is, it's nothing compared to what Kabza has done for him, by the way. I'm just saying. But
are they in good terms, those two, Vel?
They are. People keep on saying, oh, they're not in good terms. Those niggas are out of the country.
I saw a TikTok voice note of Kabza addressing it. I don't know if it's a real TikTok, allegedly. Where they're like, Barolana Lipori.
No, I think it's an old thing. You remember, when people don't see them in the same spaces anymore, then they just assume something is happening. Until they show up.
But I got these speculations.
Yeah. So I think it's a good thing he bought him a gift. I just hope maybe he has done more for him, because he literally.
I'm just hoping, what more could he do when he bought him a 140K
I can't even think what more he can do. But
It's quite expensive.
Friend.
it's nothing to those niggas. It's
But
expensive
still,
to us,
friend,
but it's nothing.
140,000 rand to drop it on you like that. Like,
Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing. Those niggas have money for fucking days.
Especially for like
Those niggas can. Those niggas
jewelry
have money.
piece. Like that's like it's like the price of a second-hand car, bro.
Was it Kabza's birthday or something?
yeah, like recently, right? And
Yeah.
he's been having actually, speaking of which is a great question, he's been having a really good season right now. Kabza has been having a really great time. He dropped that 15-minute song that is driving South Africa and said, Winkos, Munigeni, Salas of course, Habanyabatu, Mshelozi.
Isn't it that one that's like tribal Nyana?
Yes.
Oh, I
So it's
heard
like,
it, and I was like,
it's like, I don't know, it's like, how do I put that song? How do I describe that song in a beautiful, tasteful, musical way? It's like Ushweleza, like it's like
It's like a spiritual song.
a very spiritual
You know,
song. For 15 minutes, it has
Spiritual is-
Young Stunner in it, it has Mtunzi in it, it has Nkosazana daughter in it.
that's
Nogwazi,
also what stirred this
Mahu.
whole beef thing, or this supposed beef. Good thing for him, and that's probably why okay, maybe.
Yeah, but soon after, in fact, he dropped the song on Friday, and then the following day he had that what is that concert thing that he had where there was violence and orchestra?
Oh, that Red Bull, what?
Yeah, so he dropped the song on Friday, and then the following day that concert was happening, and all of them were there. Even Puri was there.
Obviously, guys.
So I don't think Bakawana. I think it's just disagreements, the normal disagreements. I'm fine away
Oh,
now.
it's called the Kabza chant.
Yes.
It's really dope. I really feel like people need to check it out. But you know what? Also, guys, it's always gonna happen. Also, like we're GSL, and people start to know us as GSL. And if I start to do things without you, people will always assume it's from a place of
Especially if they usually see us together. then the next thing.
It's like, for example, me right now. If anyone wants to see me on another podcast hosting, the first thought is Balwan.
Yeah, Balwan.
Or I'm leaving GSL.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing to have in your space. But honestly, I'm not a person who likes like my piano or whatnot, but that Kabza chant song is not even my piano. It's such a beautiful song, well written, well composed. The artistry in that song is unmatched. I really feel like people did a thing on it. I don't know. How do you guys just generally feel about Kabza right now and the career moves that he's making for himself?
You know, when I look at Kabza, at first he has reached a point whereby he doesn't need to prove himself anymore. Yeah. Everyone knows. That's why he dropped that 15-minute song. A lot of people don't have that much attention. But because he's Kabza, he's like, fuck it.
But guys, let's be honest. Yes, he dropped a 15-minute song, but it's damn good. You do not even realize it's 15 minutes.
I think Kabza was saying, you guys haven't seen this side of me. Let me show you good. I'm not your ordinary DJ. I'm an artist.
He's gifted.
Yeah.
And that's what I was
and
gonna
that's what
say,
the
Hape.
lyricism about the song
You
is.
see, I
as well.
think, and this might be old, but I think Kabza is always seen as the guy behind Pori. And I think there's that thing where people just immediately think, okay, we're into Pori, but he's actually gifted himself. He has it in
he's
him.
a god.
He's a god. He that's why I can't even explain it, Mara. I think Ntwanele, bro, and I also just like how humble he is. Like Onale Maiteo, he's chilled, he's very calm, but what matters most here is Tabafale.
He's got a bit of arrogance now, though.
Not even.
No,
I
he
think
does.
you know what, Ne? One thing I don't.
Is he that humble?
No, he's got a bit of
He's a little
arrogance now.
sassy,
No, he is.
not arrogant. He's just
He's not.
sassy.
He's sassy because of
He's still the same
people-
guy.
Arrogance is
thinking?
different. AKA is arrogant.
sometimes people
But AKA
lead you to
was
that
sassy.
types of behavior. That type of behavior. Yeah, you can say AK might have had that, arrogance. What
AKA was
arrogance?
arrogant.
That
The thing is,
AK
with AKA was him. That was him.
That
he
was-
never
yeah.
switched up, right?
And the thing
But
is,
what I'm saying, Kabza, he's been humble. He's probably only switching up now, and he's not really switching up. I think he's just retaliating to those that might think he's a small boy.
Did you see Oscar Mbo giving him a case, giving Kabza a case of honor?
No, it's Don Julio.
Huh?
Yeah.
It was not Boxer honor.
Nah, it was Don
Friend
Julio.
Boxer Don Julio. Friend Nese honor.
No. Unless I didn't see properly.
Friend, it's not Don Julio.
No, it was. Okay, but maybe we need to look at the video.
Street Squad. What did Oscar give?
Kagiso is going to check for us.
Because you know when I knew Kabelo Mota is rich, Oscar takes out the thing and KB's like, oh, shut up. And then he gives it to someone else. And then he just walks past. I'm like, you don't even have the time to carry it yourself. You're just like, oh, that's dope. That's for me. Take it to the car.
Nah, Kabelo has money, guys.
Like money. Like gone.
No, Kabelo is rich.
God money.
Okay. Guys, speaking about entertainment, let's keep it in high spirits. You know us, if there's something about us, we're not messy, we're very genuine, and we just really love giving good energy right there. We were actually discussing this off camera, and it's only fitting we also discuss it here. Shout out to 100%. Shout out to Podcast and Chills. They are hosting, I think it's red carpet for
BT Awards.
the not BT Africa. International, baby. Like, what? I want you to think of, like, I don't want you to think of, let's forget that, Ukabelo, let's forget yes. Let's forget Umekji is a broadcaster at heart. Let's forget that. Because usually people that go those heights are people that are backed. And I'm talking, if you are the face of BET will make that happen for you.
Oh, yeah.
If you are SABC thing, they will give you the awards to host the Metros. They'll give you to host the Summers because it's their tender.
Yeah.
They did that independent.
Hey.
Independent.
And it's kind of an amateur guy.
Hey.
I'm talking about, guys, wait, let's just take this out and take it from the beauty of this moment to think Mac G is a guy who, guys, I'm thinking J. Cole, Dollar and a Dream. How many times Mac G we got to the point of this podcast where it was just hard to go. But the entertainer in me who loved this was like, let's keep going. I'll pick you up. Let's keep going. Look at where he is now. Besides the fact that he's a broadcaster at heart, but he did that independent, man. He did a dollar and a dream. He did that he did that. And these are the kind of opportunities and these are the kind of people for me that are groundbreakers. Because what do you mean you are not packed and you're doing this? Like, we are moving to an age where the digital era is literally taking power away from the big dogs.
They're groundbreaking and paving way for like us.
You did, dude. Like, look, from all the big people that are hosting these BET awards and these, it's because they are already celebrities and they're in the channel. So they're doing shows for BET, and BET comes and says, "Who's doing well right now in our people, in our roster? Let's put them there." They are not in anyone's roster. They are in their own. So when you think about this, it's not McG and Saul getting a cake. This is a brand collaboration.
It is. The other crazy thing about this is that
that's huge.
In South Africa we have the BT channel, right?
Yeah.
Is it BT Africa or is it
BT
just
Africa.
for South Africa?
BT Africa.
So it's for everyone else in the continent.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah.
They easily could have just picked anyone though. Easily, because it's already association.
And I think Candice Medicine is the face of BT Africa. Last I checked.
She should be because she has a show there.
Yeah, like Beats and Rhymes.
Yeah, I usually see a show there. They easily could have picked one of the people that they're already working with. They just could have said, "Listen, you're not just gonna do this BT Africa."
That's
thing
exactly what I'm saying. They could have just taken anyone who's in the Paramount Pictures thing. I'm like, South Africa.
So it shows
take
how.
Mang, but they took.
But you know what I also like? The reason I say it's groundbreaking, no? They taking a platform where it's not easily contained, and they're showing us how to monopolize. Usually, when you think podcast, you're only thinking YouTube, internet.
Exactly. It's groundbreaking.
There's other platforms where you can get money. Like Mola never collaborated with a dealership
Yeah.
with the car.
Buses so they can tour. Now keep BET. They are groundbreaking. This nigga get the alcohol and this. So they're showing us this is a whole industry on its own. You're not only gonna make your money off YouTube.
And also, I think for me, that is what Mac G is doing right now for the game is business acumen 101. Because he's literally saying the corporations have nothing on us. We just need to know what they do and do it for ourselves and racking it. Because when you think about it, when you sign these 360 deals, this is what they're doing for you. So the only thing that's stopping you to do it from yourself is your business acumen. Do you know what to do? Do you know what I mean? And I like that the fact that at some point Meg G said, guys, we've gotten to the point where podcast and chill is too much for me. I can't do it.
Dog,
we need the right people to run it. And look at what's happening now.
That nigga, also, we need to also give it to... Yeah.
Smart.
We also need to give it to him to have such a long run in this thing. Because I remember him saying, Hori, he never made any money for 2 years. To go
you know
on
what
for
that
2
means?
years,
We're close to our bread.
to go on for 2 years without making any money.
Where are we? We are literally heading towards a year.
Got to a point whereby he didn't want to do this shit anymore because this shit is going nowhere slowly.
Yeah, it's milking you practically.
Kanti, you don't know, Guti, Mfana, this is the last hurdle. After
And that's
this
why
hurdle,
it gets harder.
Mfana, they come in. And that was the last hurdle because I remember it was 2020. He was doing the podcast like online because everyone was not allowed to go outside. And that was the time where just before the first sponsorship came through. The first sponsorship came through. And then it came and then I remember he said they had to sit down with his crew and decide who takes how much in terms of percentages. And also the reason why he decided to do that instead of saying, okay, I'm paying you this, I'm paying you this. He said it's because we started this shit together. It's only fair that we all take the same amount because we've been at it since then, right? Ari, that was the month he was like, I'm not doing this shit. I think it's DJ Spoo that said to him, nah, don't give up. Don't give up. Mfana, little did he know that a month later the first sponsorship is coming, and it came. And since then,
it ever since.
Since then he's been fucking killing. And this is like 3-4 years ago.
And you know what I like about people like Bo Soul Penduka, Watotona Libo, in the what's his Meg G, Watotona Libo, aka, they really show you that if you know what you're doing, you can be whatever you wanna be, but you rack it. I think people like McG and AKA are great examples of, listen, if you really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you give me an offering I can't get anywhere else, I'm going to deal with you in every sense. Like, these people come to them. They don't go, do you really think McG goes running for business? I don't think so. Like, and corporations, big corporations, big broadcasters did not want him anymore. Personally speaking, if I got fired from 947, I would feel like it's over.
Practically.
I would feel like it's over because I'm 100% sure big 947 is like a big budget place. If I lost as a broadcaster at heart, that would break me.
Yeah. That's where it shows that it's difficult to take a hustler and make them an employee.
Yeah.
He's a perfect example that someone who's meant to be independent, it's difficult for you to manage as an employee. Yeah, to control. Because, it's similar to an artist, a true artist. You find when I was like, no, make a song that's audible to the masses. And like, fuck it. Yeah. I want to do this. This is what I feel like doing.
And I think also it goes to show with how many times he has been fired. It goes to show that he's untamable.
Look who's saying that.
Oh shit! It's me. I'm coming. Oh shit! I didn't see that one.
But you know what's funny, no? In this whole
I didn't see that one.
It then shows, doesn't it show that then McG was right all along? That the people that fired him, he's now doing better than them.
No, I think it's a matter of he needed to be independent. He had something to offer that those people didn't want. So it was a way of actually pushing him to go and do your own shit. You don't belong here.
And that's the one thing about life, guys, that I don't know, you guys will tell me, ne? But I think the more you grow, the more you realize where you're supposed to be.
Mpana.
And
Mpana.
I'm not gonna mention names, but there's this one person in life actually, because Kagiso and I have these kind of conversations all the time, and the team, we send each other inspirational quotes and TikToks all the time. And there's this one chat I had with someone recently, and they were like, "Hey, Mfethu, already qadile nes. Yana what? I wanna know already live her." And I'm like, damn, you could literally think bophelo bo fela mo, but you can go study that nursing. We drop on Nelly Bonisa, we drop on Nelly lawyer, we drop it, and literally become. What I'm trying to say is, I'm realizing it now that life will always pull you towards what you're supposed to be.
It's a journey.
You are getting fired that many times because you were never meant to be.
It's a journey, dog.
It's destiny.
Because I'm gonna use myself as a perfect example, right? When you look at me and what I do or how I live my life, I think we even spoke about this the other day, and I was like 9 to 5, sure, And I've always known that if I had to be behind a desk, I would die a slow death. Yeah, I got a 9 to. Okay, my job now is not a 9 to 5. It's actually a 1 to 1 because 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a 24 hours to 24 hours. It's 365. But what I'm trying to say is, I can do it on the level because it's where I feel I'm meant to be.
Correct.
Because guys, I feel like anything else that you exert yourself in and you invest in, if your soul feels like it's parched, dog, you're gonna get tired.
True.
I really feel like if we were not passionate about this, we wouldn't have made it to this episode because we went through so much.
Exactly. The other
these
thing.
episodes.
The other thing I want to add is that a lot of us are on survival mode. Ne?
Practically.
A lot of us are on survival mode. A lot of us have dished our own dreams because of
Responsibilities.
the salary, and because it's coming, and you have a lot of responsibilities. It's always a good thing. Me and Kagiso always speak about this. It's always a good thing that, listen, if you feel like you don't belong here in this 9 to 5, you're always going to be bothered, especially they're always gonna, you're not gonna tolerate, and it's because your spirit is telling you that, listen,
You don't belong.
this thing that you buried inside of you need to act on it.
Yes. And guys, you feel, I don't know if you guys know it, but if you're not following your true purpose, you feel so misplaced.
Dog.
Until you're in the right place. And everything, you feel so understood.
But
and
it
you're
makes
just
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Only when you are in the right
I
space.
don't want to do any... Guys, I look at myself today, and I'm like, I'm so grateful you were stubborn.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful you said no. I'm so grateful you stuck up for yourself, Because I'm just like, I don't see myself doing anything else besides being behind a mic. Yeah. And I just had to get to a point where I had to just receive a moment of reckoning where I'm like, you know what? I don't need a big broadcaster to say, you've got it. Because the big broadcaster has a vision of a size, a voice, and an attitude they want.
Yeah.
They want a minion. I'm not a minion. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm a person who wants to go off script. I'm a person, and I'm going to get into trouble when I go off script.
Great.
There's nothing wrong with me if they say no, because they see my inability to be that minion. That's what it says. And once you get to that point in your life where you start to, you discern and you see things what they really are, then you're able to be at Make G11 and even collaborate with these, because these are not people that are meant to feed you. These are people you're meant to collaborate on a brand to brand basis.
At times it's the inability of your job not being able to challenge. The 9 to 5 is not bad if it's what you want.
Yes.
Understand?
True.
So like if you're an artist and usebetako retail, nothing about you being artist
It's there.
It's not challenging you.
There. You want to kill me.
True. No, you're right.
You hate me. You want to hate you hate me. She hates me.
Is it the PhD effect?
And I know they must us slant.
I'm still having mine. Yeah.
That's our PhD.
I'm still having mine and I'm nursing it. Okay?
I say it's about pony. Like if physically sponsor me to keep it sober again. Because hey,
It's going in.
yeah, but as I was saying, employment, like if when you at retail, the way you know your schedule. But if you maybe packet your power in a certain manner, capable like so. Nothing about you being an artist is being challenged. When I go to in front of the camera, reading the script, meeting with different people, speaking this way, laughing, doing 1, 2, 3, and your 9 to 5 doesn't offer you that way. So when you get home, you're frustrated, like, what the fuck am I living for?
True.
Then if you get paid there in 30 minutes, your money gone because the debit ordered out. Then you feel like fuck,
you want to kill everybody, and you're so right. You
probably wouldn't feel like that around the whole debit order thing if you're doing something that you're truly passionate about.
Take the podcast for instance. Yeah. In fact, we spending money to keep it running.
Exactly.
Rather than
we've never complained. I've never heard anybody here saying
this is
taxing.
It's actually therapeutic to some. Funny enough, that's what Karen and I were busy saying. It's character building to some of us.
Everyone here. We're not the people we started this podcast.
That's why my cheers was that our individual progresses are now being seen. Mm-hmm. Like certain, I won't say who was doing what. But you can see certain traits of how we've grown since we've been in contact with one another.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And that space, I think also that adding to what we were saying earlier, being in a space of people that are affirming of your gifts, or being in a space of people that are affirming of their own gifts, gives you the courage to believe in yours. Because, guys, the more time you spend around people that believe in their crazy dreams, and you get to see them making them a reality, you're like, stay lucky enough for doubting myself. Because you start to realize that all these people are moving on faith. Remember there was a song we were listening to.
People like Safano.
People.
Hey, I'm trying like her.
Thank you, baby. Thanks. There was a song, aka that we were listening.
She's cooking.
Thank you, baby. Like, give me a whole spatula and a chef jacket. Like, I'm cooking. There was a moment where we were in the car and we were driving and we were playing AKA, and then you played the song where you were mumbling the part where AKA we were playing Congratulate, and remember we said we were going to play that song in our big monumental moment because it was such a pivotal moment. But there's a part where AKA says, I had to put food on plate. I was busy making moves on faith.
Yes.
And I'm like, if anything, that's where we are. And I promise you, when you look back, you just like, that's your most powerful phase.
I'm thinking about those lyrics.
Yo, same here, dog. I'm like, yo.
And that's exactly where we are. That's us.
Let me tell you, anyone.
That's us.
You know, we played that song 3 or 4 times in a row.
It was like, yo.
That's us, dog.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Dog.
You feel it. And it was like, we were like, guys. And you know what the thing is? Even the Bible talks about, like, the person who sees the burning tree. To other people, might seem
Yeah.
If they were to find out how much you spend on a month to keep the lights on, to keep this going, we don't even realize because we're not counting the pocket. Because you're doing it from a place of, yes, you have no idea where we're going with
that's
us.
What I'm saying.
And
we never
now
complain.
work employment. You know, sometimes TikTok can be depressing because you see all
these talents.
Unused talent. Yeah. So there's this guy, Asibetango, like the garage station. He's a very good soccer player.
He's also a good dancer too.
Yeah.
And like, why didn't you pursue soccer? And it's like, I had to hang the towel because my daughter was born and I had responsibilities.
You get what I mean?
So I always look at that thing. A lot of people actually hang the towel because
I'm so dead I never hang my towel with my kids.
They have to as also the responsibilities. They have to put food
on the table.
And some people are like, you know what? Fuck it. For this 2 years we're gonna suffer. But
my boy,
make it happen.
That is literally in the space we are right now. Because honestly speaking, the money that you are using to keep these lights on, it's money you could be into your personal finance. You could be putting it into your personal finance. You could be putting it into your personal finance. I have 2 kids I need to take care. I could put that into my personal finance. You hate me. And I'm not even gonna cave.
Be a G.
No, you hate me. But you know what I mean? Like, this is money that we could be putting into our own personal finance.
Yeah.
But it's a passion thing for you to keep on going on that extent and to just consistently be like, yo, this is what I want. It is so difficult, guys. The more you grow, the more difficult it is to see.
That's what I was about to say as well. It's not easy.
Also speaking of consistent and speaking of it's not easy, right? I came across this other podcast the other day, and I look at this nigga, he's got 30 episodes in as well, right? And I look at his numbers and he's sitting on like 5k subscribers, and then I'm like, okay, you're also on 30, he's sitting on 5k, and then I was like, okay, let me look at his channel.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Only to find out that he started that podcast 3 years ago. So the consistency, that's why he's on 30 now. Meaning that we are working very hard. We're on 30 now. We started 6 months ago.
Yeah. It makes sense with time.
We are consistent.
He's on 30.
We don't miss. Like, we are like,
we deliver.
We don't
We
miss.
deliver, dog.
Babe, that's where they live. And you know what, guys? I'm also realizing that you know why people aren't being consistent and why people aren't winning? It's because the people that are winning are not telling the truth. Guys,
That is a point.
it is so difficult to a point where
Nah, it's not
you
easy,
think
bro.
we always have it together.
It's not
There's a
easy.
chapter I'm like, guys, akuna nyuga ureya. Twanto iwane ayinse anthethe omunye. We understand. Guys, besides that, guys, it's 5 p.m. The taxi fela. That's the chat we have. But that's
And you know when we
passion.
come here,
Let's go today. Hanegilo buy drinks and snacks. Neriplomi isling A1 for a good 20 minutes.
Yo, Dana, manje sihlahla kanjani for le Jason? Ubana kune PNG futhi senza kanjani? Antwana, somebody said asifike phili. Khipha le mali, bano ka sayikati. Keep abafethu mara July, shut up wena July, khipha le mali. Sisekele ukudla sizobona. You know what I mean? And we need more stories. Actually, you guys are giving me an amazing concept for this, because you just said something very powerful when you said sometimes TikTok will depress you because of the amount of talent you see untapped. Imagine with numbers. And actually, guys, this hurts me. Imagine influential people, but also there aren't a lot of hosts. You know, some people, we all get famous in different ways. But I feel like we could change the world with this platform. Because at the core of who we are, yeah, we talk that, but at the core of who we are, it's love and it's care. And I think we're not selfish with our platform. If we have that number, we are not money driven to the fact, oh, the bigger sponsor get the spotlight. Like, it would not be about us. We genuinely are a group of people that love, that love to share with people.
For the people.
And I feel like when we get the numbers, we also have, which is
a responsibility.
yeah. Oh, can I kiss you? I love you so much. Absolutely. We have the responsibility, because you see that thing, it touched me. So many people have the talent. And that boy who's at the Shell garage, whatever, he still has that. He just needs to be seen by the right person. It's platforms like this that bring that person here. They share the right. We are all headed somewhere. All you need is for the right person to talk about you. That's all, guys.
I go to quite a lot of car shows, ne? So last time Miki Lumpinch I go to Tembisa, ne?
You say you go to
car shows.
Oh, okay.
So uthola ka yo ole mama ngikila bantsombuka this, and I'm gonna know like life imshayile. And kasenguleng his stories about Batubao.
Yeah, definitely. I'm lost.
Oh, that will never be the story about Karen. Karen and Tsembuka presenting. But shoning present.
They allowed. It's unfair to use the word allowed, né? But I'll use it.
Yeah, you use it with caution. Yeah, for lack of a better
allowed
word.
life to kick them down. Because if you look, Kasingolengwe, it has enough people or talented people, and like everyone has been talented in some form or another.
Yeah,
Either they
absolutely.
suppress it or they allow life to
Absolutely.
kick them down. And the reason we look at like your celebs and your sports personnels as an inspiration is because they're one of the people that allow life to kick them down.
So,
and we look towards them as a form of inspiration.
Just to
like that.
add on that, ne? What Karen just said is that there's not a lot of failure that we see being spoken
Openly has been spoken about.
in the final product that
Absolutely.
you now
Absolutely.
get.
You're cooking.
So a lot of people that are in those spaces, and you are right to say you do not want to use allow. There's also there's also support that is also sometimes needed. You know, we support each other a lot.
And that's, you
There's
can
a lot
even
of
see
support.
with the fruit
You
of
might
our
not
lives right
necessarily
now.
get the type of support that we give you as an individual. You might not get from anybody else in your life.
Very true.
On top. So I think there's also that element of support that those people probably don't get. And happen because we are used to this final product, yeah. Karen
made
is now
it.
made
The
it.
brand,
We don't know what
exactly.
Karen went through.
Went
So immediately when we
through.
go through the slightest
You're ready to
difficulty,
give up because you're like, it doesn't look that difficult for Karen.
you know what I mean? Karen did not show us that shit. One time.
Exactly.
I
And you feel
think
like it's
if we-
unattainable.
If we get into the culture of
Some people make it look easy.
Yes, some people make it look easy. It's not even them making. Yeah, they're probably making it look easy, but also they're just not showing you the tough times. They're only showing you the good times.
Can I say something before we move to the next topic?
Yeah.
McMillan Killer the other time, it took me 14 years for me to
get my first hit song or something.
McMill.
Yeah.
Why can't it take you 14 hours? Né? And I realized this businessman or people in general, they're like millennials. Something they suffer with. They
Instant
want
gratification.
Instant gratification. But when I would have podcast about like next month, even the next hottest thing.
Yeah.
And also, let me tell you, don't lose your train of thought. I'm just saying this. Majority of the things that start now and go usually don't go the distance. Let me tell
We
you.
spoke about this. Remember, easy come, easy go.
Yeah, easy come.
Because let me tell you, it's just like being someone who uses drastic measures to get their attention. You can't be drastic all the time because drastic now you start to get drastic does become monotonous and it's not exciting anymore. If you're not willing to, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Continue.
I get it. But but most artists that lasted the longevity, besides putting in the work, it took time for them to blow up.
Yeah.
But they always shine so bright because they've built the character. They've built the resilience. They've practiced this. I was actually having this chat yesterday in the car with Zanele Potela, right? And I was like to her, dude, you and I, we speak about how you once did like a VJ search and Mzansi Insider. And you before you got to Mzansi Insider and the auditions already bulaileng, you were like terrible, so terrible you couldn't even be used as a wooden mic. Look at you right now. You are one of most South Africa's most booked presenters and you don't fluff a line. Look at the pain that girl went through. She was like, I once been so humiliated that I was so bad they couldn't even make a joke of how bad I was.
Because you can move a failure
It's
Will
the love,
Smith,
man.
where
It's the
now
love.
Vala Liko toilet.
Movie, yeah?
Yeah, Will Smith, where he even slept in the toilet with his son. And
With his son.
Pursuit of happiness.
Yes, the pursuit of
So
happiness.
it shows how much work you would need to put in. Because this person, Killer, chose about Ronaldo. Although he's as big and famous as he is now, he's still one of the first people you'll find go practice. And when you leave, he's still there at practice.
And he practices alone, dog.
Yeah.
And people think he's good because give manna from heaven. You see why also what creates a sense of jealousy and entitlement to people's success. We don't want to do the work that they do. We don't want to put in
But
the
we want
hours,
their success.
but we want the glory.
That's why, but Babang, be careful for what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because we're not okay about like Jay-Z. There was, I think, a motivational talk you should be like where Beyonce, I think, was preparing for a tour where she went 3 days without eating. She almost fainted. She's like, fuck, Ponja, I haven't ate for the past 3 days.
Imagine.
When I was 12 hours. So really,
Do you know that Beyonce, on average, on tour, that woman is so success driven. She wears the kwai until she bleeds. And when she bleeds, like, you guys,
I'm not aware.
Oh, no. She's like, it gets worse. Like, oh, today's a good day. Like, yeah, like, she's that
even
driven.
for, like, when she
driven and
works
that
out.
focused. She's like, oh, keep bleeding, keep bleeding. You guys, Shabang, keep bleeding 1 2 today, not 2.
Even when she works out, and when she's running, she sings. That's why you find some people can't sing and do choreography at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, now she's practicing, or when she's dancing,
Yeah.
she can sing along.
Still,
people
yeah.
don't put in
And
what she
when
puts
people
in,
see
but
that
not the
God
success.
has favorites, that
Yeah.
girl is putting herself through a lot so that she can do it at a level that a lot of people can't do it in. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like what a lot of Hollywood actors say. They're like, guys, I got my big break now, but let me tell you, when people like to say what's yours won't miss you, absolutely. But this is what every successful person says. This is what's yours won't miss you, correct? But let's turn this into a bus. If I was supposed to catch that bus today, right now, right here in that moment, and God says, Karen's bus. If I snooze my alarm and that bus needs to leave at 7, if I'm not there, I've missed it.
Yeah.
So what I do to make sure that I catch my bus, I'm at the stop by 6:30 or 7. I am on standby exactly where it stands. I am ready. My headphones are off. My eyes are alert to read the signature. I am wearing the take so that even if Bricky fail, I'm running to jump in. I'm ready.
You know what you're saying? It says talent can only take you so far. Hard work will take you all the way.
Yeah.
You know, also, just to add on what you guys are saying, right? You know, I believe in hard work, right? I also do believe in luck, but I believe more in hard work.
Absolutely.
Because when that luck comes, it needs to find me ready.
Yeah. Conjuring opportunity.
It needs to find
No,
me
but you have a lifetime to be
ready.
seized within a lifetime of an opportunity. Please, absolutely.
It needs to find me ready. It needs to find me. For an example, if you're a soccer player, right, and you until via these trials and everything else, you need to make sure
Boy,
by the time they give you that opportunity in front of you, it's going to impress so much. They're gonna think, where the hell
You know
have you
what you're saying
been?
is true because Ntwana can edlala disc ne editiles this year with it. And you're not lapping how you think cream to the cream.
Yeah.
Best of the best.
Yeah.
If you go Tyler for Chiefs, then you still clearly 1,000 players, bro. And I remember they give you like 15 minutes each. Yeah, and not individually, as a team.
Okay.
And on so
pass it. So you haven't.
After 15 minutes, okay, guys,
It's over.
Give a short list there, thank you.
Whoa.
You'll have to try again next year.
Yes.
That's why the soccer player, once they've made it to the first team, it's like they're gods. Because they understand who from the trials and all that. This is what they go through. And legit, they fought very hard. Fine, not I'm a penalty working home. Just know that, man. Yeah, I'm all that work.
Teko Modise debuted as a professional player at the age of 25. 25. That's old. Okasi overseas, only 25. You considered very old. Pelako overseas, you go maybe 21, 22 at least.
Best players.
He debuted his professional career at 25. And then from then, he played until he was like 37. And that's because he knew the discipline and everything else that needs to come with this thing. I started this thing late. That's why he played up until he's 37. He can still play even now. It's just that he's old. He's not going to run like for 90 minutes. But he's still fit. Because the indoor soccer now.
Friend, can you see, guys? It's a blessing in disguise to wait longer.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, you know, we're giving out a lot of gems in this episode.
This is a special episode. I'm not even running anywhere else.
And now it's a fatty topic.
This is the topic. And one thing, I'm so proud of how our episodes are now spirit-led. We are not
cocaine.
They're very spirit-led.
You're right.
Because it's just like we're not fighting to
talk.
They're very.
Yeah, they're just
we
there.
we did not know.
We're gonna
Guys,
get
I promise you, we never know how an episode is gonna go.
Let's hope the episode motivates someone, Buffett.
That is the intention. It will. Listen,
Definitely.
even if
Right
it's one
now-
person, I'm telling you, it's gonna go to who it's supposed to go to.
Right now, there's that one person that's watching this thinking
Who's probably crying?
That was about to give up.
So why is this thing not coming to me? Can't they know that they still need to put in the work?
Don't give up.
Literally, this episode is answering someone's prayer to God.
And you know,
And questions.
there's this quote that any Google Kevin Hart, Barry, life is a book. Nah? The contents of your book depend on how you work. Nah?
Yeah.
I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not saying it word
Word
for
for word.
nah?
Verbatim.
So what you were saying is that don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10.
Bro.
So let's say Karen, amongst the four of us, booms first.
Yeah.
And she's a multi-millionaire by December. We can't say, I've been doing this before Karen. Why? Or Karen has been thinking, why Karen up boomer before now? What? So don't compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 10. Because we're not going to what.
And that's a
the one
very
thing I
good
like
point,
about
eh?
Twitter, ne?
It's a very good
Twitter is
point.
very raw, dog. Among other, 21, I graduated. 22, I got a job and I bought a house. 23, I was married and I had kids.
Since I'm divorced, I lost it
31,
all.
I'm divorced.
I lost it
the
all.
house,
Dog,
lost the
Move
cars.
back home.
I now have the kids. I can be planning. Dude, I'm 33 and can I first year live
18.
19. Dude, I got my first job at 30. I'm now 35. I have my house fully paid. I have my car fully paid, and I have a family.
You see?
So
I think
You're supporting his point again.
I think the
the
answer to
support.
this-
Once you see other people doing it, once you keep yourself in spaces where you see it happening, you're gonna do it. Because most of the time, people are talented, people have everything they need, but it's just the support structure that makes them feel like they can't do it and they give up.
But another thing that I want people to maybe just remove themselves from is timelines. Timelines have fucked up a lot of dreams, have fucked up a lot of, passions from people. Because now I'm here sitting, I'm thinking, Kagiso mfana na koloi, unale mosadi, unale, apartment or unale ngwana. I'm sitting here, I don't have none of those things. And I'm feeling like a failure because he's my age. We school together, we chill together. I've went through every journey that he's gone through. But I just don't have the things.
Speaking of that, I can't remember who in my life kept on saying, I think the person was my age.
Yeah.
They kept on saying, oh, Smangmang has graduated and Smangmang has done this, and Smangmang has got a stable job. They working the job that they actually went to school for, all of those things. And then my response to that person is always saying to them, Mfan, I'm not bothered by those things. Those motherfuckers are going to work for me.
And
at that point, you sound insane because they don't see you.
They don't see it.
And you're like, hey, when I'm
I'm going to hire all of those motherfuckers.
Like, okay, fair.
you know what's the funny part, ne? I'm just gonna divert quickly to G's point. Ne?
Yeah.
It's what Karen and I were talking about in the morning before you guys came. Where she was saying there's a Bible verse where they talk about if you want to see something,
You'll see them by their fruits. Yes.
ne? And I told her the fruits of your labor
Isn't only monetary.
money. It's not only money. When before you had lack of confidence. Now it's on your confidence. And you find that confidence will be able to direct you to board meetings where you'll be able to earn gigs.
Yeah.
Money you find is the last point of your growth or
Of your journey.
the wealth of your journey. Yeah.
Shit.
That's also it's always best to wait.
The biggest battle is never the bag. It's the journey to the bag.
I remember Penduga said something where sometimes your delay in success is for your own good. Sometimes
True. Saves you from a lot of
before you are
shit.
ready.
It's detrimental.
It might be the end of your career
Correct.
or your life. That's what when I took up player by the time I retire, I was on a focus.
Yeah,
Because the success came before they were ready
alcohol,
for it. That's why no can try to take Mudisi. Success for Yana, 25, particularly at the right time. Whereas in Baspan back to labor 60.
Yeah.
When they were far too immature for the amount of
And to show that, because there's a lot of soccer players where some of them maybe they play their first professional game like at the age of 20. By the time they get to 26, they're out. It's because it came early, so it looks easy. And then they took it for granted because it came easy, so I can get it again. Well, where else, Mfana, Teko Modise, I can tell you right now, he still has the body of someone that can play now. And that's because he understands. Also, Teko Modise, he went through the most because at some point he was like a street kid. So the other thing I wanted to say is that Wawana the generation Yama 2000, those are worse. I'm thinking that things are gonna come easy.
But I think it's because right now,
but
we are moving to a point of digital
generation
thingy,
thinks
so
the
they look
generation
easy.
after or before them didn't do enough or they are worse.
The reason why we see a lot of Ama 2000 and Fanabantabatonos on social media, it's because they're trying to attain all of these things. All of those 30-year-olds and 31-year-olds and 35-year-olds have now.
But we've paid the way for them.
They don't want to go through the process.
No,
And there's no other way than
remember
through the process.
millennials, ma 2000 Gen Z. Millennials ke rona, ne? And according to Gilberti the term, but the generation before us, they looked at us like we the spoiled brats. That's why millennials, they want instant gratifications. Remember what the Gen Z is going through now. We paved the way for them. And if you look at it, ne, and according to generations, we're one of the most immature generations. Before
Our generation.
before at our age, ne, At the age that
You're
we are
right.
now.
Our dads were running households at 19 and 20, bro. Auntie Temachati. I look like a whole
Bro,
man.
like,
Let's tell the truth.
what's more to add to
Let's
that
tell
sense?
the truth.
Bro, I've met someone I think 30. When now you're at that age where battle beats are also a hard. I'm not that old. But you forget to at 30. Our parents maybe not say look at that boy.
Baby, I said nearly an elder in the family at 30.
Yeah.
Our parents were running shit at 22.
So, and remember, the mini skirt, body ing. The generation before us didn't approve it. So I want my Gen Z at ing. We've set the precedent for them. They just took it a step further.
Yeah.
It's actually true.
Those are not the worst.
Pen, I want to know
No, the only time the only time I tolerate 2000, it's when they actually go or challenge white people. They'll tell you straight in your face, "Oh, listen, I'm not my mother.
I love them because they can stand up for themselves.
I'm not my mother. You're not gonna talk to me like that."
One thing
Fine line. Disrespect and just standing up for
no,
yourself.
but one thing.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't know that. They don't have that discernment.
Well, that's what I despise as well. To say, hey, fine, like we see a lot now.
I think the 90s, even though we're immature, we're a nice balance between we know how far to take it, but we know when to back off. You know, that's just disrespect. Like I think when you're like, whoa,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna. We still have that thing already.
But we're removing something from the equation.
You're not my mom.
Yeah.
We're
That doesn't
removing
work
something
yet.
from the equation.
Yeah.
We raised the 2000s. So if we're saying they're shitty, our parenting skills were shitty. They didn't raise themselves. So if we see their failures,
Okay.
it's
We
also our
probably are to
failures.
blame.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Like, rona no tseba, teacher complainer. They smack me first and they ask questions later. Because why at first you
Why are you embarrassed? Why are you embarrassing the family?
Now it's the thing, who are you to discipline my child? You can never do that. Why as a parent to as a teacher they can't discipline your kid? Why we say school? Yes, what behavior control. What should I do with your kid?
Funny you're saying
Never do
that.
That's my kid. Fuck that
Because
shit.
the other day-
Kenya
The other day, I was actually telling my siblings what had happened to me because I think I was in grade 6 and I was playing, it was like lunchtime and some kid did something and I swore at him and a teacher heard me. Brought me in the class. Give me 3 whips, doggy. Got home one day, fine, cool. Well, I got home, obviously, didn't tell my mother about it. Following day,
Boys are so
Gonna get
weird.
more.
following day, I think
So you're gonna get
gonna get more.
following day, I was dressing up. Mother came in and she saw like the bruise on my bum, and she's like, "What is this?"
Plus, kill vet that man. There's no way they're not gonna see his yellow.
She's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Ing." I acted like I did not know shit. Kind of goes painful. I'm like, "Ing, nah, I don't know." I just said I don't know. You know why? Because I knew if I told her,
gonna get
this is what
another one.
happened. Oh, I'm pissed. I'm getting it again. So, there's a funny story. I was telling my siblings when my mother was there as well. She was thinking like, listen to what he's saying. No, now you are living nice now because what we lived through then was quite
And
intense.
So you listen like Nwala.
And for them it was worse as well.
Yeah, for them it was
Yeah,
worse.
for them, our parents,
The
yeah.
heart is just getting weaker and weaker
Nah.
and weaker.
Yeah.
And funny enough, in men, they're finding men, they're just getting less and less testosterone. That's why men seem like bitches now. we
Excuse the pun.
Conflict going.
So men seem like bitches.
Excuse the pun.
Legit, men somebody is so emotional. I don't like the way you spoke to me, Chief. Like, fuck that, be a man about it, bro. Address
it.
it, deal with it. Oh, just you.
He also hates himself.
No, it's because there's nothing like before. There would be like your war and your all that shit, and so we would always need that testosterone to
testosterone.
protect the family and all that shit. Now everything is given, bro. If we're gonna intrude them more, What the fuck? You are the help, bro.
That's funny.
You are the
Guys, Kagiso is giving us Kagiso today is giving us promo gems. Like you are the promo today.
We are the help. So you
What the fuck, nigga? You are the.
So imagine G Arthur to my rescue. Yes, there would be instances where that happens.
Yeah.
But at first glance, I can't be looking at you like, bro, fight my battles.
Help me, yeah.
That is so deep, actually. Like, dude, do something. Like, the only thing I can do as your boy, nyabonu ya fuck. Then young Mara, I go to something yo.
Before it even comes.
I
was actually watching this video
Mama yo.
this morning on TikTok where this father, Ubeile, like, you know when there's a murder scene and there's like
the white line thingy or the
the
outline.
tape. Ubeile like 3 tapes in a passage, you know?
Okay.
You're not white jumper because he's much taller than the toddler. The toddler was like, come. Osamo jump, I want to jump. Then he gets stuck. Then he says, actually, I'm short. How about I just put it over me? I understand.
Okay.
But it took maybe like, let's say 2-3 minutes while struggling. Then the moms and the weak bitches. I feel like, oh, that's abuse. You turned your back against the child. That's
How is the child gonna fight and survive without you?
That's the importance of a father. If you teach them, they're not always gonna. You must problem solve.
Think, like be a critical thinker.
Yeah, get yourself
And
out
actually,
of there.
you're actually giving me an answer that I've always had. I'm like, generally, I don't know, we might argue, but generally men, especially guys, they're highly likely to do better in like physics and maths. It's because I feel like you were born to be a critical thinker, a problem solver. That's what generally men do. That's what you were born for. You know, I've always answered myself, usually guys are so
Logic
good.
and problem solving.
It should be, and I don't mean this because I'm trying to impose gender roles, because we live in a sensitive society now. We're like, cancel Karen. Karen is saying women are not problem solvers, they're not
Fuck those
critical
people.
thinkers. Shop, guys, never mind.
Keep being Buang Buffet. So I see LSG. LSG is a very quiet.
You know what? Actually, we
person. Blame Bonang for PNG.
I feel like this episode needs to be wrapped up.
How long have we gone there?
He's not even keeping track. That's how
No,
deep
I
this is.
am. But because it's flowing so nicely, why?
Yeah, you don't want to disturb. man.
He always
we-
interrupts.
we're not
with the
gonna
timestamp.
go.
Bro, we can make it a documentary about 10 hours. Guys.
BNG, rekopa le re sponsoreng. Kagiso are episode in 10 hours. After 45 minutes, he's twitching.
I think this is important, eh?
With 45
I think
minutes.
this, my friend,
That's
is
good
important.
juice. I think Bonang
I think it's
Khatang
important for
will
the show.
in the corporate world, but allow a recipe PNG. How to say it?
Nah?
Yeah.
We'll fucking perform even better.
Dog.
Like we're performing now.
I mean, when I got doctor, I want a case at PNG, you're gonna trust that doctor. Just because you sip a PNG.
One turn.
One turn, I thought.
You know? Now, this is very important. I think, now we need this. We really need this. I'm agreeing with it.
I'm sorry, Pork.
Yeah, now this is like thought processes are even easier. You know what I mean?
Imagine it,
One turner. The Pablo is like
I
you know,
can
there's-
speak Harvard
there's cooking.
English now, bro.
You get what I mean?
I mean, Karen the whole time was speaking Harvard English as a starter.
Exactly.
Until she said people.
Pablos are good.
Until she said people.
Pablos are very good.
Wait. So, actually, I'm gonna move to this part actually because it also touches on the things that we were talking about. So we had a training story during the week actually because I think we must wrap up with this one.
Yes.
Where what's it? Rethabile was allegedly poisoned by a friend.
Yeah.
Poison.
Rethabile wavutumlilonga malanga.
Rethabile Khumalo. Now we need Khumalo.
So she
Oh shit! Give me a picture where the mother Nakupa for prayers.
Yeah, so apparently she was poisoned by a friend. And I'm just thinking in ourselves, this might cause another dialogue, but let's just wrap up because you know it's been a moment. How sure are you of yourself?
You know, when you said that,
You know me. I've become very vigilant with my circle. Although I might seem reckless,
You're not reckless for shit, though.
Never, not him. A lot of people.
This guy's like, although I might seem reckless, reckless
what
where?
reckless?
With what?
With where? How?
You know, I've learned a hard way. I'm not gonna drop names now. Where family have been the cause of your demise, and it's not Batwaling fair. It's Batwan no.
The close ones.
So you might find we are siblings, and Karen is like, fuck, she's booming us before us. We only be there. You know what? I'm gonna show him flames.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, you can say that again.
So imagine if family can do that. Who's friends?
Who's friends?
Bro.
True.
And usually, guys, if you think about it that way, the only person who can hurt you is the one who has access to you. That's the only way it'll work. It has to be
But to be
someone.
honest with you,
How can I hurt you if you don't trust me anyway? You won't drink my drink.
I think Khonano, it's actually the opposite. We trust
The haters look out for you
strangers
better.
more than we trust family.
Yeah.
And
actually.
not just trust, but I think strangers can do more for you than family can.
Again,
Not
there's-
can. They are doing.
They are doing more for you than family can. Ikila one.
I get back wisdom is seeing the mistakes of others and learning from them. I'm sure now the newer generation or people that are doing that, they've saw, like if you see someone ill-treating your mom, dog, you're not going to run to that person for help.
You know, this thing comes back to
No, this. What you just.
this thing comes back to what me and Karen was speaking about in the car, right? I said to Karen, listen, I don't trust no one. And I'm always expecting the worst out of people.
Yeah.
Right? It's only you that is going to prove me wrong. Or actually you are that guy, right? Otherwise, if you're going to do some whole shit, I'm expecting it. So it's like, oh,
Hey, man, you have to use me for.
I want
No, fuck that shit.
episode never
Don't be wondering, guys, no, stop making these examples, guys. Guy just had to say whole shit.
Baptize up
Guys, Lord.
because
You're the bandit.
Might as well, man.
one time, dog.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys hate Trutzi on
I was
it.
trying to cook, guys.
But everything bad.
That's
What
so
is this? Cooking with me.
Cook with my fucking ingredients here, bro. I know these guys are Max. Stop cooking with my
But
ingredients.
fellow YG, when it's something bad, you're the first person to put.
Don't know, doggy.
No, the
Don't
thing
know.
is, he was looking at me, so
You know what I like? You know what I like? There is one with your whole shit. Oh, baby. Yeah, Lomang lima chenzi.
Yeah,
Ako
ne.
elelo zero.
No, it's when I was looking at me, guys. So it's only fair that
No, it's not fair. It's not.
We all
How do you
looking
use
at you.
hoe and
We
wheat
all
in one?
looking at you.
I saw you first.
You know emotional intelligence was killing me. Don't cross the line. It's all like, oh, kill line.
Yo.
Like, who just started like, oh, I'm gonna matter one million, one line. Like, out of all the things you could say, man, a whole shit, dog. We good, but whole shit with me, my nigga. Nah, my nigga, nah. Yo.
No, we can wrap up, guys. It's fine.
No, finish your point. Finish your point. Sorry, man. Finish your
No, I
point.
was saying that if you're going to do something bad, I'm already expecting you to do something bad.
yeah. So
However,
you're not-
if you're going to
you're not-
do
you're not
something
raising
good,
expectations.
Then that's a different.
yeah,
that's a
I'm
different-
managing my own expectations.
Yeah, yeah.
My own expectations. You don't have to manage them for me. I'm managing
But
them.
honestly, you know, I understand from your perspective, you're just protecting yourself. But I think that's not how we should live.
Yes,
But
the world is
it comes back to the Ubuntu. Immediately when you think or expect the worst, that means there's no longer that thing you're already thinking. I will get
the world is bad.
I'll get
man.
somebody to
You
help
don't even
me.
expect
I'll
help.
get somebody to be loyal to.
Yeah,
You know what?
The world
and
is
you will
bad.
never
man.
get that loyalty because you're not
we
expecting,
live in
you're not
the
looking for
opposite.
it.
Control.
You are actually supposed to always believe,
the good.
expect, and love for good. And then
expect
when
the
you
best.
see the bad, that's where we help
Whether we-
fix because
yeah.
it's supposed to be good.
That's when we're supposed to get shocked. Well, I know you're getting shocked
By
at
kindness.
positivity. Like everything
I do.
positive, you get shocked at.
I do.
Everything negative, I was like, okay, I know that's fine.
That's what's up. That's how
It's
you
okay.
rock.
No longer negative.
Pulling up here with your whole
Negative,
shit.
you know, you're smiling at negative, but as soon as you get positive, you get shocked to say, and I think that's a culture that a lot of people live in. As soon as somebody does good for you,
You suspected, man. When
Sus vibes.
What do you want?
I think I'm the Jews.
This one I need to keep an eye on.
Well, actually,
You
they
want
love
something?
bombing
That
me.
That time that person is gone. They don't even think about it that time.
No bad intentions,
No
nothing.
bad intent.
And isn't it crazy how you're comfortable around the mean one? Because they are okay.
Yeah,
They're
right.
okay. No, you are
You offer God up for everything. That's how fucked up society is. That we wait for you to fuck up. But
That's exactly what I'm expecting from you. That's who you are.
I thought so.
I
man.
knew it
that's
was
very
too good to be
And
true.
it's funny, it's a conversation my tail and I were having recently. When when did you get married? I was in my 30s. Okay, and I'm waiting for bank, for money first. It's like, dude, when I got married, I didn't have money. It's like, you can never get it right. Either you build with that person, or you're gonna have that money, then you don't know if that person.
You know what the thing is about having the money? Though? You'll never trust someone. You'll never
That's
feel.
the problem.
You'll never feel the realest laugh because at the back of your mind, you always question: would you be here if
Actually, when you get that
You will
person,
never
and you
feel
have
the
money,
genuineness of their
Are
love.
they loving you now because you have money,
You'll never know.
or because of you?
You'll never
And you're
know.
always gonna have your guard up, like.
I don't think, guys. I promise you, once our come up works and I'm actually in a relationship afterwards, it won't slap the same. I will not trust that person. I will great, but
Yo, baby, bro,
do you know how fulfilling that feels?
Let's make
You have
shit
someone who
happen.
says, "Ntwana, unemali yokurela spanning for less bamba so baby tool." But anyway, I love. And you're like, what? That's the most magical love.
There's
When
the
you
saying-
get to the point of the millions, it means nothing.
There's a saying where this person are, yes, sugar daddy, let's say 10,000.
Mara out of
Now I
how
gave you 1,000
Ranta.
and I only earned 5,000.
Yeah,
So I gave you a
yeah.
fifth of my money.
With him,
And then
there
you
is
know,
nothing to him.
Get entrepreneur,
1 million.
Wait, asisebenzise relationship yasekazi. Ngiyajola wena noSiphamandla. uSiphamandla makakupha i-instant porridge. It's all he had.
Fine,
Yeah.
and that's
uSiphamandla ukiphe i-instant
actually-
ebandayo ngoba akuna microwave kubo akunamanzi ogesi.
sometimes uSiphamandla sacrifice the instant porridge.
Engabithiwe uye or umntana
Yasendlini,
Boy,
dog.
You know what's funny?
Kusasa ngeke khona ukuyidla. Kusasa ngeke khona uyidla.
rubbish.
When I appreciate-
Wena futhi uyayichitha toilet uthi what the
I
is
was
this?
listening to this poem where this guy was dating this hot girl, but then this girl was chasing like this wealthy guy. And every time this wealthy guy afuna, she would drop everything and run to the guy. Actually, dude, ngithengele ikota nemandla wami wasegcina.
Nemandla.
Zulu guys. Excuse, it's Bonang massage.
I don't think that's Bonang, my man.
It's Bonang.
That one's not Bonang, that one.
Nemandla.
Asekugcina. I don't suck
You're the
at
last
Zulu.
person to speak.
I suck at Zulu, but that's my friend.
Nemandla.
Yeah, but guys,
Ngamandla mokugcina you're gonna
guys, come on, let's wrap this shit up.
Alright, look, man, it's been a great episode. We're gonna end it on a high. Shout out BNG one time, and most importantly, shout out Ski Squad actually, and we are out of here.
Come on.